What's up, guys? Welcome back. And today I just want to make one cool video on this is how it goes down. 2020 and just forever now is the time to elevate yourself. Make yourself stand above everything. I'm gonna give you a couple quick steps on how to do that. Number one, stop giving a fuck. All right, it's kind of funny. Some people. I saw a post on social media, and we'll actually speak of social media. We'll get to that in a second. But the number one thing I saw on social media, it was like a funny little meme that someone posted, and it said, "Welcome to a." It showed a welcome sign over Earth, and it said, Welcome to the place where nobody gives a fuck. Population 7 billion plus." And I got to thinking, that's not actually the thing. The whole problem with this entire world these days is people give too much of a fuck. I mean, I guess that's always been the problem. People always cared a little bit too much about what other people are doing. I mean, if you really think about it, does it really matter what anyone else is doing right now? I mean, honestly, I'm coming to the terms that we might be living in some sort of simulation because, honestly, when other people are not around, how can you objectively prove that they even fucking exist? Well, that's right, you can't. So it's like, ignoring all that, why even give a fuck? I mean, who really cares what they are doing? Elevate yourself. Instead of spending all that time arguing with some asshole on Twitter because he's racist, or, all that time scrolling through social media trying to look and see, what the next best trends are and blah blah blah. Instead of spending all that time fighting about people of your favorite sports teams and all that stupid shit, just elevate yourself, man. Go out and work out. Go out and talk to people. Go and have fun with your friends. Go out and create experiences and memories and have fucking fun with life and stop fucking worrying about what other people are always doing. Because the number one key to doing that is realize nobody really gives a fuck about you. I mean, I hate to put it this way, but it's the truth. Nobody gives a fuck about you. And that's really how it works. Number two, don't even care about politics. It's all a waste of time. It's not real. It's not something that you should even really get into unless you are a politician. But even then, don't become one, because and I'm going to say this. This might offend the entire population that watches this video. But you know me, guys. I don't even get I'm not no fucking bitch. I say what I want and I say how I feel because I know what I say is honestly the truth. I don't speak subjectively. I speak objectively. And I know that I just said that there's no way to prove an objective reality, but with words there are. Because I've noticed in today's time, and even at the beginning of time, people have always cared way too much about what other people are saying and doing and just, all these other things. But seriously, politics are stupid. Realistically, what has changed in the last 20 years since 2000? We won't even go that far back. 20 years is how old I am. So we won't even go that far back. We'll go to my age to now. And I was born in 1999. So we'll go, I'll be turning 21 this year. Woo, I can drink, cool, whatever. But, really, what has really changed? Yeah, I'm talking actual political stuff. I'm not talking about fucking culture, because culture always changes. But this is why you don't give a fuck. You kind of just do your own thing, and you'll be a lot happier that way. And the first step to elevating yourself is to be happy. But the first step to being happy is to stop always caring about what other people think of you and what other people's worldviews are. Recognize you have your own worldviews and they have theirs, even if their worldview is stupid. I understand if someone is if someone's racist. Yeah, oh well, I don't give a fuck, be racist, that's your time. You can spend all the time you want hating on one group of people, but in reality, I'm gonna be happy as fuck and not give a fuck what you say. And when we're both on our deathbeds and you look back at that time you spent wasting on hating people and shit, I'm gonna be like, dude, I was living it up. I was in LA, I was doing all this fucking fun shit. What were you doing? Oh, sitting on your couch complaining about this race, that race. Cool. that sounds like a waste of my fucking time. But if that's what you like to do, right on, man. You know what I mean? If that's what you like, that's how you want it. And that is your God-given right. Even though I don't believe in God, I do believe in a higher power. But that is your God-given right. That is your yeah. But that's the first step. You gotta stop giving a fuck about the politics, the social medias, the everything, man. Because, oh, sorry, my nose is stuffed up a bit. You gotta stop giving a crap about all that shit. That doesn't matter. It's not fundamentally going to matter when you get up the next morning and you do what you want to do. It really doesn't. Honestly, look at Trump. Does Trump really affect your daily life? I mean, I guess he kind of does. Like, if he was to blow us all up, or if somebody else in a different country was to blow us all up, I guess then yes. But the odds of that happening are obviously so low all the time. So stop always giving a fuck. When the odds of something happening like that are so low, stop caring. Just do your own thing. And even if you like Trump, do your own thing. Who cares? He's not changing anything. No one is changing anything, and that's the biggest thing. Change comes, but it doesn't come like that. It doesn't just happen with some guy getting elected and having all this power, quote unquote. It's just one person. Yeah, one person apparently has all the power. That's what the illusion is. Honestly, you gotta look at politics like the WWE. These motherfuckers are all they're good at really is just talking trash about each other. And, like, next thing you know, once the entire shit's over, they're all buddy-buddy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the WWE, man, out in this world. So, don't really give a fuck about politics, and especially social media, man. Because social media is just so stupid. It's such a waste of time. All you're doing is scrolling through I understand if you're using social media, like, to promote your business or something. But, like, when you're just scrolling through a fucking page, and all you're doing is just looking at pictures of people, why aren't you living your own life at that point? Like, I'm serious. There's no point to social media, almost. I get that. I have social media. I take a few pictures, maybe like a couple times a year. But I really don't. I haven't posted anything, like, actually on social media in so long. To the point where once I got to, like, December of last year, I realized, what was the fucking point of me using this all this time? This past 6 years I've had this fucking shit. When I turned 13 and shit, what was the fucking point? Like, I have not done much with this. All social media has been used is, like, I understand if you don't have a phone number and your only way to communicate with people is Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. Alright. Yeah, when you need to get a hold of people that aren't in your immediate vicinity, yeah, cool. Use Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's really the only reason I have Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Well, I don't even have Twitter, but I do have Instagram. And I'm starting to think I don't even want to have Instagram anymore, because what the fuck is the point of Instagram? I don't message girls in the DMs. Like, that's not a fucking thing I do. I don't really care about doing that. So, I kind of just am now at the point where, and I haven't posted on Instagram for a while, I'm at the point where I'm like, what's the point of even having this Instagram? It's not really like this awesome thing. It's just a picture. Whatever, it's Instagram. Like, it's honestly a waste of time when you boil down to it. No matter how much you dumb it down to make it sound like it's useful, when are you really going to get to the point where you just realize it's just a fucking waste of time? Kind of like how I talked about religion. No matter how much you boil down religion to this fundamental great thing or whatever, when are you going to realize that it was all just really made up at the end of the day, and we don't know what God or whatever, you know what I mean? When there's so many religions out there, you realize that they're all made up and that you don't know shit, really, about God and this and all that. It's all faith-based, and you can't treat it as fact. Don't even listen to these people. They're just mumbling on about something that honestly doesn't even fucking make sense. So, I'm just saying, man. You gotta stop with the shit that doesn't matter. The first thing that you should be doing when you wake up is telling yourself that it's gonna be a good day. You'll be a lot happier. It's something so simple. It doesn't take money. It doesn't take a post on Instagram. It doesn't take a post on Facebook. 10 Snapchats. It doesn't take any of that. It's just so simple. Right there. Right then and there. Wake up. Tell yourself it's going to be a good day. And it'll be a good day. Because once you keep that positive reinforcement that it's going to be a good day, it's not going to tear you down the second. Because the problem is, when you wake up, And all you go on to do is social media and all this shit and whatever. When you get somewhere and then the second anything negative happens, you're more likely to complain because you haven't had a positive reinforcement in your life. You haven't had that thing in your day that tells you like, yo, it's gonna be a good day. All you've just done is scroll through fucking Facebook and read articles and all this kind of dumb shit. When it's like, dude, just do your own thing, have your own fun. I mean, I play video games when I'm not doing much else. I'm not fucking sitting here. I'm at least, and maybe I go work out, and I go create memories. I go have fun, and I have fun with my life, whether it's video games, whether it's going outside. Right now we're in Wisconsin, so we get these 15-degree temperature days. So going outside really isn't like the greatest of all time option. But I mean, honestly, just have fun. Whatever is fun to you, do that. Do not waste your time on your phone watching other people waste their time. I mean, when you really think about it, social media, you post a picture and you got these girls who spend like hours trying to make the perfect picture look good by like raising their eyebrows, changing the filter, and doing all this stuff. And then at the end of the day, it looks the exact same as everybody else's. And then, someone will like that picture and maybe comment on it. And then like 20 minutes later, they'll even forget about it and not ever care about it again. So if you really think about it, it's all just one big circle jerk of time wasting. Like, it really is. And you sit there and be on it for hours a day. When you're not at work, well, you're probably on your phone watching social media. And I mean, and if you're binge watching shows all day, that's not healthy either. You need to do something that is actually productive to the brain. Whether that means going out more, whether that just means having more fun. But just don't sit there and binge watch a show or scroll through a screen or play video games all damn day. You know what I mean? There's other stuff you could be doing. And then the biggest reason I say that you shouldn't be doing this is because it's always these same people that only do that then sit around and complain about how they're not having any fun and how the government sucks and all that, all that jazz. In reality, this past 2 months, I've just been about doing my own thing. And I don't give a fuck about the United States. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Just me and my people. And honestly, I've been having the best start to the year ever. I don't have no New Year's resolution goals, nothing. I'm just going to school, going to work like a normal person, but I'm just doing my own thing. I used to care what people, I didn't really care what people said about me. But at least I would always like give attention to it. Nowadays, if someone ever says that, oh, this person was talking shit, okay, all right, I don't even pay it no mind because it doesn't matter. They're not one of my people. They're just part of this little world we got going on, and I don't want it. 2020 is the time to elevate. First step to elevating yourself is being happy. And to be happy, you need to not give a fuck what other people say, because there's always going to be somebody in this world who has something negative to say about you. You could save 30,000 innocent children from a burning fire, but maybe because you're a Muslim, someone might go like, oh, what a fucking Muslim. You could fucking help out thousands of people around the world, but because you're white, someone will be like, he's only doing this to make himself look good. You could basically, essentially, this is what I want you to realize, is that, like, yes, there's always going to be something negative to say about you, and it doesn't matter if it's your skin color, your race, or even just something of your personality, or something you like. You know how many people I have that say, oh, you like Dragon Ball? You're such a bitch, bro. You like Dragon Ball? And I'll be like, huh, yeah, I guess. But then in my head, I'm kind of going like, what really takes a bitch? What really takes a bitch is someone that, like, sits there and, like, drags on somebody else's interest. That probably means you're so insecure about yourself that, like, you have to try to drag somebody else down because it's the only way to make you feel better. I mean, seriously, what's wrong with someone liking Dragon Ball? What's wrong with someone liking anything? Nothing's really wrong with it. So it's kind of like, you just have to think in your head, when people drag you down on your hobbies or your race or whatever it is, they probably hate themselves and they really just want to, rag on other people to make themselves feel better. It's 99% of the time that it comes down to. Now, I can understand, if you are an actual asshole, then you have to take criticism, all right? I take criticism all the time, but I don't take stupid criticism like, oh, you watch Dragon Ball? I don't take that criticism. The criticism I take is, if I messed up on something and I don't know how I messed up, but then someone who is wiser than me tells me what I messed up on, yes, you don't like to hear that you failed. Nobody does. In fact, I was talking with the girl that I'm talking to, and she talks about how she doesn't like to talk about issues because she doesn't like to realize that she can fail. And I kind of had a what the fuck moment. I told her life is about failing. Because, she's having, I'm not going to obviously say much, but, like, she was having trouble with her school project thing. And she's all like, oh, I don't like to talk about it, because she's all being pissed off at me. And I was like, man, what the fuck is going on? And she was like, I just have a bad day because I just want to talk about it because this is school, man. I don't like talking. And I'm like, man, you need to get out of that school mindset. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to school too, and I like it. I'm learning shit. I'm learning all about graphic design and everything. But you need to get out of that fucking mindset that you cannot fail. Life is about failing. School has it ass backwards, man, about how life is actually generally going to go for you. You don't learn lessons and then never have to fail. No, that's ass backwards. You fail first, then learn the lessons to succeed later. That's how fucking life goes. And I'm even hitting my bed, meaning that's the solid truth because that has been proven time and time again. You do not learn lessons and never fail. That does not happen. There's not a single person on this fucking planet that has never failed. Yes, I don't care if you've never failed an academic class. That's not the point. You've probably failed at something. You've probably failed to see something through all the way till the end. You always will. But that's because you learn from it. And you become stronger after it. That's what life does. You don't get the choice to just never fail. It does not happen. I wish that we lived in a world where you could just never fail. But this illusion that you cannot fail, and that if you do fail, it's this negative thing. Fuck that. And as for like not being good at something, that's the fucking point. You have to work hard to become good at something. I don't care what anyone says. Fuck all this, PC 2018. These last 5 years have all been about like everybody can do anything. No, that's not how this fucking works, dude. If you don't work hard, you can't do shit. If you just sit on your ass and fucking complain about everything, then shut the fuck up. You have no right to complain because all you're doing is making it worse. You're not out here trying to change. And I came to that realization. There is nothing that stands in your way from doing what you want. Besides time. Time is the only obstacle. But you want to know why? Because things take time. You will never get everything that you want in an entire year. I don't care how hard you work. It will take years to become successful. But on the path to getting successful, enjoy it. Have fun while you're becoming successful because it's going to take a while. And there's going to be things that slow you down. But it's how you work around them and build yourself right back up to keep going on the track of success. I was talking about with this one guy at work that this one girl, she was like, oh, I feel so ashamed. She messed up on an order and some old guy yelled at her. And I'm just kind of sitting there like, dude, don't even give a fuck about that old guy. In 20 minutes, you won't even remember him. And maybe you will. But if you do, that's a waste of time. Seriously, he can go fuck himself. I would have said that right to him. Customer, don't treat your customer wrong. My ass bullshit. The second you want to get all like that with me, I'm all nice to customers. I love customers actually, because they pay your paycheck, and 9 times out of 10, they're more real than the actual corporation is in the first place. At least when I'm a customer in a building, all I'm looking to do is just shop and get the fuck out of there. I'm really not trying to be there. Don't come at me with this. You got to be this family. No, you have to be nice. There's a difference being hospitality and nice, but family friendly is not that. That's not family friendly. That's just being hospitality. I don't understand why in these last 7 years, People have confused family friendly with just being a hospitality restaurant shit. Having the common courtesy to ask a guest, like, can I get you anything else, is not family friendly. That's not what that is. That's just a job. That's part of the job. And yeah, whether you're genuine about it or not, it's just part of the job. You don't have to be fucking genuine for someone to be like, hey, can I get you something else? Like, even if you really don't want to, the fact that you're doing it anyways means that, hey, it's part of the job, man. And you know me, though. You guys know me. I don't care. If you're a customer and you come at me, oh, you damn sure I'm coming right back. Lose my job, I don't give a fuck. I'll get another one. And I can always get another one because there's so many opportunities out there. I'm 1 year away from getting a graphic design degree. So you think I give a fuck about this fast food job? Fucking old ass white bitch. You better hope you messing with the wrong nigga today. I'm just kidding, but in all serious, you really are messing with the wrong nigga. You know what I mean? Some old motherfucker wanna come try me, bitch. You know what I mean? You messing with the wrong dude. I ain't no bitch. I will flat out roast your ass so bad. I've done that to customers many times. I roast them. You wanna fucking come at me? Come at me. I am not a bitch. I don't take people's shit. I've even not taken my boss's shit. My boss respects me. Because I don't take people's shit and I don't give a fuck what other people are doing. I do my own thing. I know I'm going to be successful and I know it's going to take time. But I don't come out, but I'm not an asshole because of that. I don't let that ruin my day, that I can't be rich in a year. I don't even want to be rich. I don't let that ruin my day, that I'm working at a job that necessarily isn't my future. I just enjoy my time there because I know at one point it will come to an end. And I want to look back at it and be like, wow, people say working at fast food sucks, but at the end of the day, it really didn't suck. It was just the mindset that I was in that made it suck. I don't want to look back at it like that. I want to look back at it going, I had a lot of fun there. Like, yeah, it's not the greatest job in the world. I'll admit that to anybody. But I had fun because I built my future there. And then finally, I got my actual dream job that I wanted, and look at me now, I'm having more fun. But when I was there, I still had fucking fun. Fast food be damned, I still had fucking fun. And ever since 2 months ago, I've been thinking about life like that it's all in your head. If you really want to sit there and say that this person sucks, and then that's true, because that's what your head is thinking. Everything is all in your head. It truly is just all in your head. And if you're going to sit there and not think about it the positive way and try to change it for the better, then don't sit there and complain. So that's step 3. Stop fucking complaining and start changing. Have you ever heard of the song called Game Over by Falling in Reverse? Just listen to that. It talks about you should just stop complaining and start changing. That's what it is. Seriously. Stop fucking complaining. Like, it's not going to change anything. You can be a victim all you fucking want, but at the end of the day, you are the product of your choices and your mindset. So just fucking change instead of complain. It's so easy to complain. I know it is. You're not talking, you're not getting this advice from some average mofo who has not went through any struggles. I've went through my fair struggles. I grew up in a city where, if you wonder why I'm so against racism and why I'm so against race in general, like, I hate the word race. Because honestly, I don't even see race as like a thing. I just see it as, we're the human race, motherfuckers. And I don't care, that offends you, go fucking let it offend you. I hope, because this video is for a person like you. So what I hope my words just said ruins your whole day. I hope you complain about it and you waste all this time shouting at me, saying how I'm stupid, and try to use like, well, actually, there is not a different race. It's just different ethnic group. We are all different races, and the ethnic groups of African American and white and European and Latino and Mexican and I hope you try to do all that shit and waste all that time. And I hope you even post articles in the description saying you need to read this because this talks about how we really we are not all one race. It's just propaganda. I hope you waste all that time. I really do. I hope you just, because this video is for you. And then after you wasted all that time doing that, like probably 5 hours of your day doing that, I hope you look back and go like, man, I just spent the last 5 hours, or even an hour, even 20 minutes, ranting at some guy on YouTube who, at the end of the day, just pretty much said he doesn't really give a fuck about if he's wrong necessarily, because it's a world view. There's no wrong or right about it. It's just how it is, man. Like, we are the human race. Yes, there's different, like, subcategories of the human race. We have different colors of our skin. But, come on, guys. This is something that fucking animals have at least common knowledge of. When you look at dogs German Shepherds don't be like, those fucking huskies. Ugh. They just play together and have fun. You know what I mean? Like, come on, people. This is something that fucking animals have down. And we call ourselves the smartest. And we ain't no better than them if we can't fucking, like... This is what I'm saying, you know? This is something that animals have down. They see themselves as one. They are animals. They don't care if they're if they're a different species or a different ethnic group of that animal, they are animals. Lions always love other lions. But that's how that works. And so, why don't we just be like, yo, we are all human. I mean, seriously, like, racism was probably created by some fuckhead who was like, hey, how can I divide this group of people that I'm trying to conquer? Because they're all too strong together. Well, what if we just said, hey, you're black, you're white. Oh, you're Mexican. Oh, you're Asian. And the funny thing is, we don't even know our humanity's history. So when you have, like, books about slavery and all this shit that's used to just propagate hate towards each other. And I'm not sitting here saying that slavery didn't happen. But the fact that it's just taught as, like, this one group of people were bad and that this other group of people were good. And you know, people get confused and act like there weren't free black people at the time. And I'm just really sitting here painting the picture that the history of our country is purposely propagandized to pretty much make you hate another group of people. Depending on what group you belong to, they try to subjugate you into that group and make you hate a large majority of another group based on history mumbo jumbo that happened like 100 years ago or something like that, and act like shit hasn't changed, when in reality shit has changed a lot. But like but they make you, again, it's just, people don't realize that this world is so mysterious, man. We don't even know how old humanity is. And yet you want to sit here and act like it's gospel fact that, like, America, like, the American continent was just unknown until, like, the Europeans came there. Bitch, I guarantee you the Europeans came there long before the history books say they did. I bet you China. I bet you there's people in China. I bet you there's people in Australia. I bet you there's people in, you know, fucking Switzerland that came all the way to America. I guarantee it, long before the history books, because we're finding out information in the current, last year we found cities that date back before the BC era. Motherfuckers, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't need to see, it's all created to make you hate, and you need to let go of hate. That's step 4. You have to let go of the hate, because if you can never be happy if you hate. I'll say that right now. You know, I used to hate Trump, but then I stopped giving a fuck about him because I realized he doesn't matter. You know, I used to I still like Bernie Sanders, but honestly, I don't care if he wins or not, because it's not going to change anything. Whether he does or he doesn't. It does not matter. Great change does not get affected by you know, political ideology. Politics are just a waste of time, man. They don't make no sense. If you want to create change, start going out and being change. You want to help out the poor? Go donate time to a shelter. Help out the fucking poor. You know, you sit there with your fucking Xbox and your fucking PlayStations and get all these games that you don't play, and you talk about how da-da-da-da-da. Give some of those games away. And I'm not talking for money. Give them away for free to people who actually would play them. That's what I do. I don't ask for money. If I got thousands of games that I don't play, and each month I go through them and I look back and go like, yeah, I don't play this, but I guarantee you, some kid who has nothing will probably play this game, and he'll probably love the fuck out of it, because that's just how it is. But I grew up in an area where we had to fight. Like legit. Like I was a black kid growing up in a kind of like dominated white area, and a lot of these people, they're sheep. They were convinced that they only saw it one way, and that is it's white versus black, black versus white. Mexicans are their own little thing. Asians are their own little thing. The Japanese suck for whatever reason. I don't know why. Even though like they really ain't do nothing to nobody besides the Pearl Harbor shit. But whatever. You know what I mean? Like realistically, they ain't do nothing to nobody. But like whatever. I guess they just suck because they're not my color. So they just suck. Everybody just. And you know what? Jay-Z. This goes back to what Jay-Z said. Everybody sucks. Everybody sucks. And that's why I say we're the human race, because there is no race. They're just the human race, because everybody sucks. Everybody sucks. I suck. You suck. Your mama sucks. Your dad sucks. Your great grandpa sucks. Everybody sucks. All right, we all suck. If I offended you, good. Write in the comments for 5 hours about it and waste all that time instead of just actually listening to the words and taking the lesson. So, everybody sucks. But we grew up in an area where we had to fight, and it was like, not gonna lie, I beat some ass. I never lost a fight to any of these little white kids or any of these other kids. There was a time where like me and my brothers was walking home from school and like this gang of kids tried to fucking fight us, and we just fucking whooped them. But then I kind of realized, what is the fucking point of fighting these motherfuckers? Honestly, I beat their ass. Like, that's what I did. These little white kids, when I was like 7 years old, I also got picked on. And like, finally to the point where like, fuckers thought they could fight me. And I wouldn't do nothing back. And I beat this kid's ass so bad. His dad actually had to come to my house because he thought I was bullying him. And that's how bad I beat his ass. And, even as a 7-year-old, I told his dad straight up, but it wasn't said exactly like this because I was 7, but I essentially said, well, your kid was pushing me, and he pushed me, and then he tried to punch me, and after he tried to punch me, I told him to stop. He tried to punch me again, and he actually hit me, and so I just punched him back, and then he tried to fight me, and then I just beat his ass. I just fucking hit him again, kept hitting him, and he fucking fell to the ground. I got on top of him. Bat, knocked his ass out. I actually knocked him out. When I was 7 years old, I had to knock kids out to just to make sure kids didn't fuck with me. Because, for whatever reason, that was the world we were living in. And I'm only 20, so you think you would hear this shit back in the 1950s or something. No. I'm only 20. I grew up a 2000s kid, man. Like, the world we living in ain't changing because people give way too much a fuck about race. And they teach that at a young age, to care about race and all that shit. Care about the human race. Care about each other, not anything else. Because when you only have pride for your own race, all you can do is discriminate, and discriminate creates hate. Take that as a lesson. You can't do nothing else, take that as a lesson. But, seriously, and it's kind of funny, because especially nowadays, with the world being all PC and political correct, people are way more emboldened to say anything. Because nowadays, if you hit somebody, you're probably going to get like a $1,000 fine on your ass. So nowadays, motherfuckers feel way more emboldened to try to talk all that shit. But here's what I say. You talk all that shit, and you get hit, don't be calling the police. You better take that ass beating, bitch. You know what I mean? Ain't no one gonna help you, That's how I put it. You talking that way to anybody. I don't care what that race is. You talking that way to anybody, you should get your ass beat. Because that's the world we grew up in when I was kids. But, nowadays everybody can't do that. You get fined for standing up for yourself. and shit like that. But that's how people learned back in my day. You got your ass kicked when you talk shit and thought you were bad and thought you were hot shit when you weren't shit, and picked on motherfuckers who actually were the shit. You know what I mean? Because that's how you know who's the shit and who's not. I never started fights. I always just defended myself because I knew I could. Because I wasn't scared of any of these little punks. They're all skinny and scrawny. At the age of like 7, I was taking karate and fucking working out. You know what I mean? You think I'm scared of some scrawny little white kid? Yeah, I'm just being real with you. You think I was scared of these scrawny little bitches? I could fuck them up, and I knew it, but I never cared about doing it because that's not my agenda. And as I got older, people left me the fuck alone. They were like, I was never the kid that got picked on, because they knew, oh, you don't want to start out with him. He'll fuck you up. He don't care. He'll get expelled from school. He don't give a shit. He'll just fuck you up, and you'll learn. You will learn you never talk that way to Terrence ever again. So, but I didn't care that people saw me that way. I still treated everybody kindly. I didn't want to go out about being all this, big bad guy that like, oh yeah, everybody respects me because I can fuck them up. I didn't care about that. I'm glad you know, because now I don't have to worry about you starting shit with me. It's kind of like take a second if you think about crossing me kind of deal. But that's the biggest thing you need to take away from this is you can't hate. If you hate on anything for so long, you're just gonna not be happy, because especially if it's about race or politics or so, you know what I mean? Something that's a part of fundamental society, then you are always going to just be unhappy. Because if you're a white person and you hate a bunch of black people, you're always gonna see a black person and you're just gonna hate, and it's gonna make you unhappy. If you're a black person and you see a white person and you hate, you're always gonna see a white person. So then why the fuck are you, it creates an endless cycle in your mind that will prevent you from ever being happy. I hope you know that. That's what it will do. And again, if you want to be better, you need to start changing yourself. There is nobody that can do that but you. Yes, someone like me can sit here and tell you how to do it and the best ways to start doing it, but if you're not going to get off your ass and actually start doing it, then why are you even watching the video? You know what I mean? Step 5, work out. Work out. I'm serious. Just go to the gym or do push-ups at your house, sit-ups, learn karate, learn something like that, because honestly, yeah, I'm tough, but I didn't become tough by sitting down and, fucking scrolling on my phone. I went out and did shit with my time. I put time into shit that actually mattered, because I knew I had to become tough to protect the people that I care about and myself. So I became tough. I became someone that most people generally don't want to fuck with, but love the fuck out of, but would never cross me, because they realize Terrence does not give a fuck, number one. He is a very nice individual, and I won't come after you, but if you're going to try to fight me, bet I'll defend myself and you will get hurt. Only someone as tough as me can fight someone as tough as me, and I know that. So, but you don't see me out here walking around like I'm some sort of big chieftain with my chest out or something. No. I walk around just like any normal dude and have some fun. But the step 5, you need to go, I don't know whether you stretch in the morning, I don't care. Whatever your workout is, do that for 30 minutes a day at least. At least 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be all day. I get it. You got shit you got to do, man. I can't work out every day. I mean, I can't go to the gym every day at least, but I still do push-ups at my house and shit. But it's don't stress yourself out to the point where you make this something 3 hours a day. No, that's not realistic. You got to keep your goals realistic. But there you go. There's some 5 steps right there that I challenge you to do every single morning, and just do it. Seriously, as the fucking Nike thing said in 2018, just do it. Because if you actually just start doing it and you get into the habit of doing it, you're really going to become better. And I promise you. But you need to get those 5 steps down first. I'll see you back with the next video on about how to improve your sleep and your energy cycle, because you really do need to improve that. If you can improve your sleep and energy cycle, that will help you also become into something that others see as like, hey, this dude's cool as fuck, or this chick is awesome, because they have their own life going on. They don't really give a fuck about anybody else. They don't hate anybody. They defend themselves. I've been told multiple times, and fellas, if you're trying to get chicks, I've been told multiple times by girls, they go like, I like it that you defend yourself. Having confidence is attractive. I'll tell you that right now. If you're a dude struggling with girls, you need to start becoming more confident in yourself. You don't have to be tough to be confident. I wasn't always tough. You know, I didn't come out of the womb as a fucking jacked up fucking motherfucker. I wasn't always tough. I wasn't even always jacked. I didn't even always know how to fight, but I damn sure always knew how to stand up for my fucking self, because I knew I can. Because that's my God-given right. So, you know, basically, you have to become what you want by doing what you want first. And then you can really kind of worry about what everybody else is doing, but even then you shouldn't. But I mean, like, if you really wanted to, first of all, you have to become what you want. Because you're never going to get to where and get what and where you want by always giving a fuck about what other people think. You're never going to get to what and where you want by wasting your time on politics and social media and the fucking, binge watching TV and playing video games all day. Don't get me wrong, all that stuff is fine in small dosages. But it's not politics. Stay away from politics. They're all fucking useless. Don't get me wrong, a political reinforcement is different. Going out and being the change, instead of talking about it, but being about it, that's different. I go out and help my local community all the time. I go out and, raise money and shit. That's what I try to do. I try to go out and help people. All the time. If I see someone carrying something on the street that looks heavy, I'll go out and help them. Why not? It's what we're here to do. And it's just one of those things that you have to go out and be the change for you. You can't just talk about it, but you gotta be about it. You can't talk about how you want things to change. And I get it. There are things in politics that do matter, like the economy and shit. But that's why you study the economy yourself and you learn how to do it yourself, and then you can speak on the issue. And that's why you go through the training to do that. But you don't fucking don't care what Trump says about the economy. He's biased towards himself. Don't care what any politician says about the economy. They're all biased towards themselves. Why the fuck would they give a fuck about you? All they want is power and money. They're all biased towards themselves. So don't waste time on politics. But you damn sure should not be wasting time on distractions all day. Don't just sit around and binge watch a fucking TV show and ignore everything else around you. Because that's time you could have spent working out. That's time you could have spent learning something new. That's time you could have spent having fun with your friends. Instead of just binge watching a fucking show and then acting like it fucking matters. When in the next 3 days, you're probably not going to care about that TV show ever again. I used to do that too. Don't get me wrong. I'm telling you this because I did it. Because I'm only 20 years old. You know what I mean? I've done all this shit. I've been wasting my time a lot. And it's funny because most people keep wasting their time until they're 30 or even 40, 50. But I'm done wasting time and I'm trying to elevate everyone else. This is the goal from here on out. You got to elevate. I said all that to say this. 2020, the year of elevation. Let's do it, guys. Let's fucking elevate everything. Let's make everything better because you know what? Fuck it. It should be. And it starts by being yourself and being the change and doing what you need to do and just doing what you think is fun. And it starts with stop wasting time on all that shit, Stop hating on motherfuckers for no reason, unless they give you a reason. Start working out, start improving your body, start improving your mental health. Because that's going to do everything for you. There you go.